Scorpio, how are you? It's Mr. Bluetooth Tarot. Long time no see. I didn't put out videos for a couple months. I was moving cross country. So, here is a holiday reading for Scorpio. It's a general reading. Anything can come up, in these general readings. So we're just going to kind of go with the flow. I was thinking about Scorpion energy, finding out what our water sign friends, because I'm a quadruple Cancer, so you are a fellow water sign. Find out what is going to happen for you towards this last month of 2021. I'm sure we're all ready for this year to end, but let's find out. We're going to get right into it here. If you like my videos, hit that like button for me. Comment, share, subscribe. Valor. Okay. You've been trying to be good, huh? Were you naughty or nice? Seven of Wands is the card of Valor. It is saying that, you're going to try to put your best foot forward. You're going to use good judgment in the things that you do. Because when you use good judgment, that generally you get a more positive outcome, right? Sometimes it's delayed, that outcome, Sometimes doing the right thing, using your higher self, being true to yourself, being honest. Sometimes that isn't the payoff right away. But in the long run, it actually does. You feel good. You don't have to worry about lying or blah, 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 blah. So I'm certainly glad to see that you're using your best self for Valor. Seven of Cups. Interesting. 2 sevens right off the bat. Boom, boom. Some people say the Seven of Cups is disappointment. Some people say it means you were building castles in the sky. That's usually how I see it. Other people say you're spoiled for choice. I had the Seven of Cups come up a lot in the near past. And I actually had tons of choices. So I would say in my case, it was definitely being spoiled for choice, meaning having a lot of choices, sometimes too many choices, a lot of options, a lot of doors opening. But it may be that, and it may be that you need to set reasonable goals too, that maybe certain things or people disappointed you because you had unrealistic expectations. So what I'm going to say is, if you have choices, if you're creating dreams, if you're setting goals, doing things of that nature, be realistic, be reasonable, and listen to your inner self. Use that Seven of Wands energy. And who am I? What do I really want? What's important to me? Okay? Eight of Pentacles, prudence, hard work brings rewards, doesn't it? Cross your T's, dot your I's. That's usually how I think of the Eight of Pentacles, meaning that sometimes you have to put a little bit of energy, extra attention, and by putting extra attention and being really careful what you're doing, that's going to bring your rewards too. Sometimes it means there's paperwork coming in. Sometimes it means you have to take a class. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of research. Sometimes, you're crossing your T's, you're dotting your I's. You're putting a lot of energy into something that is going to be future success, okay? So whatever those disappointments are, if you had them, if in the past you weren't reasonable, keep up the hard work. Do what you need to do. Be, tenacious. Okay. Wow. Queen of Wands energy coming in. What is that Queen of Wands all about? And Prince of Discs. Okay. There may very well be a job opportunity coming from this Queen of Wands, or this Queen of Wands could be your mother. The Queen of Wands is kind of worldly, but coming up in this position next to this 8 and with the Prince of Discs following it, the Prince of Discs could be a love interest. It's very possible that you're going to meet an earth sign person. However, the Prince of Discs often is you doing things one step at a time, kind of like that 8 of Pentacles. doing things methodically, building on solid ground, being painstakingly careful that everything you do is right on, because that, again, that's how you build the pyramid. That's how you get security. That's how you do things properly. It's called building on stone. Having a great outcome. Yeah, and you're the third one to get magician up, energy up here in December. So I feel like you're going to be very resourceful. You have a lot of things to choose from. It's like all these elements, all your skills, all your experience, whatever you have to work with, it's like floating all around you. And you just have to reach out and see, what do I have to work with? And what am I trying to create? You know, maybe you have to change what you want to create based on what you're working with, right? If you open the fridge and, you know, you have pancake mix and you have eggs and you have butter and you have jam, you know, but you were hoping to cook dinner, well, guess what? You're having pancakes for dinner. Or you're having eggs and pancakes for dinner, you know? Or you're having like some kind of a souffle or something. So, you see, be open, but you're definitely going into magician energy. I think it's going to be really amazing because it's going to enable you to be creative. Oh my gosh, and the Fool. Wow, boom, boom. That's crazy. I can't remember who else got the Fool. Someone got the Fool and the Magician right next to each other too. And that was a couple readings ago. I've shuffled and moved these cards around a lot since then. So this is amazing. You definitely, you're embarking on something new. This is not only the end of the year, but you're probably changing jobs, changing relationships, changing home. You're changing something. The Fool takes off in their own direction and they listen to no one else. It doesn't mean they don't listen to them, but they do what they want to do. They're heeding their own advice. They're balanced. They're illuminated. They feel protected. They want to listen to, do you see that little crystal star up there? That's the clarity that comes with the Ace of Swords. And it speaks about listening to your higher self, listening to your mind, what your will, what your desire, what your goals are. Not listening to anyone else out. Doesn't matter if someone says, oh, you shouldn't do that. People told, you know, a lot of naysayers were like, oh, you shouldn't move now, you shouldn't do this. I just moved cross country. I had been thinking about it for a while. To other people, it seemed like I did it on a whim. But, you know, ultimately you have to do what you want to do. And maybe it will work out the way you want. Maybe it won't. But even if it doesn't, that's pushing you into something else that was your destiny. So your destiny is very new direction, listening to yourself, being the creator of your life, using your wizard magic energy, okay? Oh my gosh, you see, and it's complete, the universe. Beaming light, taming the beast, the snake charmer of the world, meaning the snake charmer of your life. And you have it in you, you know you do. Scorpio women are very beautiful. They know how to turn it on, they know how to turn it off. They're, you know, really great at seeing how other people are, at getting them to see things their way, or not. Maybe they don't, they just go off and do what they want to do. So all of this is destiny stuff. And you may have been on hold for a couple years. There could have been things that were, you know, not necessarily happening. This new beginning, maybe you had hoped would happen a while ago, or you wanted it to happen before, you know, or you did something new and it wasn't really because you wanted to, you were listening to other people, but now you're listening to yourself. Now you're being creative. Now you're realizing what your skills are, what your abilities are, who's on your side, who can help you, who's going to be the wind beneath your wings, you know, or no one. Maybe you don't need that, but you're completing a cycle. You have everything that you need. You have the resources that you need, all inside of you. Your mind, your education, your passion, your ability, your willingness, and your courage. What an amazing December you're going to have. This amazing December obviously is going to carry over into January. Because this is major arcana energy. This isn't like stuff that, you know, just kind of methodical, you've influenced. This is stuff the universe is saying, it's time for you, Scorpio. It's your time to harness your energy, harness your will, harness your passion, you know, be more determined, be more precise, be more focused. I'm shuffling. What else does Scorpio need to know on their path here? It's all going to happen really quickly. It's all going to come together. The Eight of Wands, swiftness, turning, the arrows churning. And of course, you're divinely protected. You see that? It's like you have the rainbow above you, meaning it's this swiftness, this all of a sudden movement in your life, taking you on to the future. It's going to all of a sudden just boom. It's all of a sudden going to happen. It's divinely protected. And yeah, Queen of Swords, you see, clear thinking, a lot of clarity. Okay. This can also mean that you're, you know, the Queen of Swords can be someone who's very good in business, someone who, you know, thinks about things. They're very quick-witted. They cut through problems. But you see, what I love about this Queen of Swords, do you see this? Her sword is down. She doesn't have to fight. She's not fighting. She's using her mind. She's using her ability. She's using her passion. She's using everything that she has, but she's not having to fight anymore. She's at another level where she's above the fray. She's above that stuff. Okay? And that's part of what you're going to embody. Maybe you were a little bit more, you know, hot-tempered, a little bit too passionate, a little bit, you know, maybe just too emotionally invested in things, or you wanted too much to make people feel the way you feel or get them to come to your side of the thinking. Remember, you're your own person, Scorpio. You don't have to. Just like scorpions, they don't travel in packs. Yeah, I mean, you know, you find them in the same area, but, you know, you're not a herd animal. You're a leader. You're independent. You often, Scorpio women and Scorpio men, very much evolve. You know, they're the kind of people that do have a young youth, but 10 years later, they're completely different. They've grown up. They're a different person. They're more mature. They're wiser. They're doing different things, you know, and that's how you are. So don't be surprised if you have some amazing changes, shifts, and personal evolution as we move into 2022. Okay? Yeah. 2 8s, interference, and the 8 of Cups. Okay. Wow. What's that all about? Change, you see? I think that there is something, there's something or someone, the Queen of Cups, this is you being successful in the future with the 6 of discs. But you see, we have some change. We definitely have change, and we have, I think something was very disappointing to you. Something during COVID, and you know, I think it affected you emotionally, because that's the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups says next time, okay? Next time. Things just weren't flowing right, okay? The 2 of discs. Some of you may have been struggling with money, or you may just need a new job. You may need a new source of income. You may need a new department to work in, you know, but you have some options coming. The 2 means there's an apple and an orange, 2 opportunities ahead of you, okay? For whatever reason, like I said, I think those things were on hold. 8 of Swords. There was some interference, but part of it was precipitated by you, because generally the 8 of Swords means that it's like you're kind of doing this to yourself. You have a hand in maybe not moving ahead with what you wanted, or not making something happen. And the Fool tells me that maybe you were listening to other people. Maybe for some reason you were doubting and you were listening to other people, or you were being influenced by something else, but it's something that you yourself can fix. You can evolve. You can become your full self here very soon, and you will, with this Queen of Cups energy, and you're going to have this incredible success. So there you have it. You're going to have a very, very interesting December and January as we move into the new year. I am wishing you a happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, or Kwanzaa if you do that whole thing. Have a happy, wonderful new year. I am sending you love and light, Scorpio.